Hi everyone. Millie! Welcome. I am so oddly motivated and happy and feel good today. I'm not gonna question it because I don't want to jinx it. But here we are. We are on day 2 of Mental Health Week. There's an ant. Today we are going to talk about and demonstrate physical activity. I don't want to talk a lot today, surprisingly, and the only reason why is because I feel like everyone knows about physical activity and people kind of get tired hearing about why it's good for you and all that stuff. So why exercise is so important for your mental health is because it lets out those endorphins and those feel-good hormones. So when you're really low, that's why a lot of people say, hey, go work out, go for a walk, go for a run, because it lets out those feel-good hormones, those feel-good chemicals. I feel like it's a little bit easier to do that when you are just having a depressed mood, if you're just really low one day. But when you're diagnosed with depression, it can be really hard to do those things. And because your body is programmed to just lay in bed. So it's really hard to get yourself not to do that and get your body reprogrammed. I want to focus on exercises that help me, and mainly what that means is not going hardcore and not getting my heart rate up too much, because I talked about this in my my story makeup challenge, but when I get my heart rate up too much, it can actually make me feel even worse because I start to get really panicky and think I'm having a panic attack, and it doesn't always end well. What were you doing? I just want to show you guys some of my type of exercise workout moves thingies that I do. That Millie, drop it. Good girl. Nope, leave it. I know you're staring at it. She is so ADHD, it's hilarious. Her and I together. Stop it. Hey. Good girl. You just ran into 4 things. I also have trouble with cardio because I have really bad knees and hips
and lower back and upper back, so boobs, and my neck and my head and shoulders and all the things, and my butt because I hold my stress in my butt.
I like to do more standstill type of workouts. They just make me feel better. I hope you enjoy. And what are you doing? I can see you. My first step and my favorite step to working out is warm up. I do a little bit of a mindful reset just because I need to get my mind in the right place. Focus on the present, leave the past, the future behind, and just focus on staying in this moment. Because what happens is when you are working out because you're anxious or depressed, if you don't get yourself to a decent state of mind beforehand, you will most likely hurt yourself or just won't get the full benefits. This is pretty much a dance stretch, a dance warm-up, but legs open, stretch down, and then we're also gonna do some plies. I'm gonna do that a second time, maybe even a third time. The main thing to remember with this workout, stretch, whatever, is it's not about pushing yourself too hard. It's just about getting your body moving and just really trying to open up and not be so tense, because when we're depressed, when we're anxious, all we want to do is tense up and be in this little ball of yuckiness. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to get ourselves out of that ball and unravel that ball. So if any of these are uncomfortable for you, modify them or switch them up a little bit. Don't do them. Just do what's best for you. Also, should probably remind everyone that I'm not a personal trainer. I know things, but I'm not certified in anything, so this is why I'm doing these really easy things. Also, I haven't danced nor worked out in a little bit, so I'm a little bit flimsy, and we are going to accept it and move on. So next I'm gonna use a chair and do some tendus to the back. These are really good for your butt, which is what I'm looking for always. And they also just feel really good because it makes me think of dance and it makes me very happy. So that's the next step. And we'll play around with pointed, flexed, parallel, turned out, all that stuff. And just make sure we're doing equal amounts on each side.